Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at the fire at Lilycroft Mill, which is located in Manningham and is now known as Manningham Mills. So we start with the disaster in 1871 when a prominent factory owner learned his mill was on fire and his life work was in danger. At 11 p.m. on February the 25th, 1871, flames were seen coming out of a window in Lilycroft Mill. It was Saturday evening with few people about. Before 11:30 p.m, it had found its way through the roof like a huge furnace, and the great column of light smoke rose above. The ravages which the fire was making inside were long shown by the emission from various windows of large sheets of flame which extended several yards beyond the walls. A little after 11:30 p.m, the roof of the warehouse fell down with a great crash, and an immense volume of fire rose at least twice the height of the building. The conflagration could be seen for miles around, and great numbers of people continued to crowd to the spot. The road was filled with an eager multitude, and hundreds of anxious faces might easily be distinguished in the awful sight before them. Women were wringing their hands and bewailing, while men living in the adjoining cottages hurried their bedding and furniture into the street in anticipation of a speedy destruction of their homes. The alarm was raised at nearby Manningham police station, where they had a small fire engine which proved totally inadequate to quell the fire. When Bradford was made a municipal borough in 1847, the new corporation had appointed a new chief constable and made him responsible for handling fires. A messenger was sent down to the central police station in Bradford, but a chapter of problems meant that a much larger engine was far too late to the scene, by which time the warehouse roof had crashed down. As the fire started to die down and the hundreds of people who were gathered were drifting away, the damage had become extensive and sadly 2 men had died. Samuel Cunliffe Lister, 1815 to 1906, arrived from his home in Addingham to survey the damage the next morning. Not everything was lost. Some valuable technical drawings remained. The cost of the damage was £70,000 and he was insured for £40,000. He had invested greatly in the mill, but he seemed to have little hesitation in building a new and much larger replacement. Aged 55 and already a very wealthy man, he retained the energy and motivation to undertake this huge challenge. Lister came from a wealthy mill-owning family of Addingham. His father, Ellis Cunliffe Lister, a prominent magistrate operating from his public house. Lister's Arms, later spotted house in Manningham, was elected one of Bradford's first 2 MPs in 1832. The family owned Manningham Hall in the nearby estate that became Lister Park. In 1839, Ellis Cunliffe Lister invested in a new mill on the corner of Lilycroft Road and Heaton Road for his 2 sons in partnership. John, the eldest son, and Samuel, his 3rd son. The second eldest died in 1833. 3 years later, John retired, leaving Samuel running the business. By 1871, Samuel Lister had a large fortune by merchandising wool combing at Lilycroft Mill, by then probably the largest factory in the country. Despite a life's work destroyed in a few hours, Samuel Cunliffe Lister had the resources and character to turn disaster into an opportunity to make another even larger fortune. Within 2.5 years, his new Manningham Mill, now known as Lister's Mill, opened with the tallest chimney in the city. This was 220 feet high. His new fortune was built on silk and velvet. He was the largest benefactor of the new children's hospital, which opened in 1890. He sold Manningham Hall and estate at well below the market rate to the corporation on condition it became Lister Park for the public. He purchased a great estate in Swinton, North Yorkshire. He was ennobled as Lord Masham. He financed the Cartwright Hall Art Gallery, which opened in 1904. And he died one of the wealthiest men in England. So that ends the video on the Lilycroft Mill fire and also the life of its owner. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until then, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.